the PowerPoint show here on MGDTV, and my name is Jacob Junior Munghesi. It is the 29th of April 2024. It's a Monday, and the weather today has not been all that good, especially for the youths who are not married. You know, they love making fun of that, but I think it has favored the married people, which is also very okay. Otherwise, I'm contented as a person. I'm a youth and single, but I'm contented about the weather, so it is fine. Otherwise, welcome to the PowerPoint show, and unlike the other days, today I've happened to bring also somebody from the NRM party. He's a young man, energetic, full of wisdom, of which wisdom we are going to test off today. Today's show, we are going to share a lot about the party, the institutional parties in our universities, and also in other institutions like the colleges, and I don't know whether that schools, but of course for now all I know is that they exist in many institutions like the universities here in our country. We have parties like the NUP, we have the FDC, we have the ADPs, Uganda Young Democrats, also at institutions. We have, of course, the NRM party also having these chapters in these institutions all over the country. And today we want to talk about specifically the role of those institutions, the role of those party chapters or party institutions in these institutions like the universities in Uganda. We have had these people establish their chapters, and they're doing a lot of things in these universities. You find, of course, for universities that allow the functioning of parties, you find students contesting on cards or tickets from these particular parties. However, we also have some universities that have these chapters on them, but then students are not allowed to affiliate themselves to any party during elections. And one of them is Kampala International University, of which I happen to be having the chairperson of the NRM chapter. Of the NRM KIU chapter, and he's here with us, and maybe allow him to introduce himself to us and get to know more about him.
Thank you, my brother JJM.
Yeah,
yes. Thank you so much for hosting me today. My name is Katanzi Benard, the chairman of the NRM at Kampala International University. Good afternoon, viewers.
Oh yeah, that is Katanzi Benard. Katanzi Benard is the chairperson, NRM KIU chapter. Now, Katanzi, I will begin on you immediately. You happen to lead a chapter at a university that does not allow multipartyism. Okay. We don't know whether they have allowed NRM, but that doesn't exist. But then we have your chapter existing at a university or an institution that does not allow other parties
and
to...
And moreover, performing well.
Yeah, I don't know whether... Okay,
I will just fight.
You'll just fight?
Yes.
Okay, then that's well and good if you can justify it. But then you're leading NRM chapter, NRM KIU chapter at a university that does not allow multipartyism. And to many people would be surprised, why would they say they don't allow parties, but then have NRM functioning at the university with that chapter fully functioning, active? Somebody would ask, if the other parties like the NUP and the FDC came out and said we also want to establish our chapters here at the university, would they be allowed? So what is so unique about your part that they have been allowed to exist?
Okay, first and foremost, your question should be guided by the literal interpretation of some of the words you're using. Establishment in this case. When you look at how our establishment is, we are basically a group of students that believe in NRM. Yeah, a group of students whose minds or whose understanding falls in the same line with the principle of the parties, of our party, and in this case, which is NRM. I don't think having the university accepting our full establishment, like these other associations or other groupings in the university, it is important. That wouldn't be enough. What we are saying as chapter leaders, the students know what NRM stands for. This is now our stand. The students know what NRM stands for. Do they appreciate the principles of NRM? Do they believe in them? And if so, can we gather and advocate for them in our hearts? Because we don't need to lay posters all over campus, and that is not enough. But I want to say why NRM has existed for 12 years now 14 years at KIU, performing well with 14 guild presidents consecutively. It's not by mistake. Guild
presidents coming from the NRM.
NRM flag bearers becoming guild presidents for 14 years consecutively.
How possible is it?
Of course, it's by efforts, our efforts and efforts of leaders. The kind of leaders that have existed in the chapter since 14 years. They have advocated for the party massively. They have mobilized and they have made it aware. They have made awareness, public awareness in the university over the existence of the chapter, and therefore they have gone ahead to ensure that any other party survives there other than NRM. And I want to tell you, we have succeeded with that.
You're saying they ensure that no party exists above there but NRM, and yet we already know that it's only NRM that we start the university there. And
it's because we mobilize. It's because we speak our party. It's because we stand firm for our party. I mean, you journalists, I want you to keep guiding the young people,
which we do,
and get them out of the sloganizing some of the things that young people don't support NRM and other sort of things. Young people
don't you think it can also be justified by the evidence around that
that we win?
Not that you win,
and but that we have the majority.
But that deviating from the party and trying to look further, maybe somebody would say fertile lands and green pastures.
Not at all. The point is clear, and this one. It's because we stand firm and advocate, mobilize, strategize for our party. And therefore, that's how we end up winning here at KIU. And I want to take this opportunity to thank students of KIU, the administration, all lovers of NRM, for standing with us, supporting us, and making us what we are. And I'm sure you're also convinced. I'm also here to recruit you officially.
Recruit you officially. I don't think I'll be that easy to recruit, because I will have to see a lot of evidence and justifications of all the things you're talking about.
Absolutely, I'm ready to show you that.
Okay.
And the university.
Okay, I hope maybe even the viewers will get to be convinced enough by your words.
Yes.
Okay, maybe I wanted to know what's the exact role of these chapters, because somebody would say that just they are politically established to check on who is coming up to oppose the parties. Okay, for example, your party, if I can say, because if you go to many institutions, you will realize other parties have not been given the opportunity to relate with their colleagues or form those groupings, just like the NRM has been granted the ground and the space to operate. So I really want to know what is the exact role of these chapters that you establish on these institutions.
Their role?
Yes.
Now this one, we have said it repeatedly, that our existence, or the existence of NRM chapters in institutions, is not basically to have elections and to engage in elections and all that. We are here to represent the picture of the national resistance movement. The national resistance movement, which you all know. And how do we represent it? We speak what we stand for. We mobilize, we strategize, we call students to believe in what we believe. Do you know even the core principles of our party?
Those are the very ones that I want you to address.
We stand for patriotism, we stand for democracy, we stand for socio-economic transformation, and many others. And this is what we are here to. Students here, when we normally have, because we have had a lot of ideological clinics here at KIU, and we have really invited our stakeholders and senior leaders to come and orient these students to go back and spread this gospel home, to transform economically and socially our young sisters and brothers, or even parents at home. When we talk of socio-economic transformation, we mean can the social status, the thinking of people, or even the social status of people in villages, in towns, wherever, be transformed to that of a good standard. Another thing, when we speak patriotism, do students know what patriotism is? Do they have love for their country? How do they do they love their country?
Somebody would say you have a certain interpretation of patriotism, you as a party,
yes,
that you've changed it from loving the country to loving your party.
Not
instead, yes.
What is our party in this case? Our party, there are principles. It's not the yellow color I'm putting on, or the logos we are carrying. It's the principles that we stand for. And therefore, when we say we love our party, we are simply saying we love our principles. And when you love our principles, you cannot love something that you don't understand. It means we stand for patriotism. So therefore, we love our country.
So your principles are the best representation of love for the country.
Absolutely, because that's what patriotism means. And we love our country. We love our fellow Ugandans. We love African. But when we talk about Pan-Africanism, we love Africa. We love Africa. We know where Africa has come from. We know where we want to take it. Yes.
You talked of social transformation,
yes,
and we all know that most of these chapters at these institutions, of course, embody many students who are the youths. And talking of social transformation, are you trying to convince us or to tell the people outside there that these chapters are doing a lot to ensure that at least your principle of social transformation is achieved? Because we have seen the party, the NRM party, if I can say, because they're the ones who have come up with these programs we've had before, the EMIOGAs, the PDMs, and so forth.
Absolutely.
So you want to tell me that the youths have, or you, the chapters, have done what I should term as enough to ensure that the youths also engage actively in these programs and benefit from them?
No, they have. Without
you have evidence?
I can adduce it if I'm given an opportunity. Our leaders, our chapter leaders from all universities have been back home advocating, mobilizing people to come and take up these government programs. And people have done it. People have engaged. People are now, economically being boosted by these programs, without any doubt. You're a journalist, my brother. NRM is not here for elections. It's not at university to have elections. And because unlike other chapters, like the NUPs, their sole mission as to why, and their sole aim is because they want to engage in elections. And that's why you find them brutalizing and beating people. For us, we don't engage in that. So we do our streamlined campaigns. Yeah. We disciplinedly campaign. That's why we haven't been.
So you're saying solely for them they want to engage in elections.
Yes.
And for you don't like elections.
We do. But I'm saying we do this in the right way. It is supposed to be done. Look at what we did in Mzee. Yes. They used to beat us, but we kept discipline.
But what you did in Mzee, I saw the opponent of your NRM candidate petitioned, and the outcomes showing that there was some bias in the elections.
No, there wasn't any bias. There wasn't any bias. You see, the problem is, some of these people that are insinuating that they were not there on the day of election. But for us who were there, who saw the whole journey of the politics in this year, the guild politics at mobs, they were very clear. Even on the day of election, there weren't no any instances and election rigging at mobs. That's why the election ended well. We had security. Even the Electoral Commission, this I must be put on record, I'm sure it was not in our support. But they just found themselves caught and they had no any other option apart from declaring us. We emerged the winner and we won, everyone could see. Mobs was tainted yellow. And it's not by mistake. And this one I want upcoming student leaders to know. They should support the party. They should understand what the party advocates for. They support it. But upon supporting it, let them take up leadership. Let them take up our flags in these different universities. And they look for means of strategizing. These slogans of NRM does not win should stop, and we are saying they have stopped, and we have justified it. So you look at the institutions now. We count one by one. From MAST, Barara, from you go to MOBS, go to many universities. Many universities have really voted NRM, and it's not by mistake. We are performing well.
So you're convinced that the slogan you've termed as NRM cannot win,
yes,
is now fading?
It has faded away.
Okay, fine. I want us to first go for a short break, and when we come back, I shall catch up from there. I'm still Jacob Jr. Munghesi here on PowerPoint on MGDTV, and I'm still with Katanzi Benard, who is the chairperson, NRM KIU chapter. Great thanks to those who are following us, those who keep commenting and subscribing, those who keep liking and sharing the message. We promise that we shall always be here bringing you people to ensure that we activate the minds of the youth, they activate the minds of those who feel they shouldn't be part of, who feel they shouldn't take part in many things, especially politically. Many of you say we are not politicians, we are not what, but of course here as PowerPoint Show, we are here to remind you that it is your sole responsibility as an individual to always come out and do something about your life, because politics is about your lifestyle, it's about your health, it's about your education, it's about your security. After this short break, maybe. We'll be back from that short break, and you're still with me, Jacob Junior Munghesi, here on the PowerPoint Show on MGD TV, and I'm still with Katanzi Benard, the chairperson, NRM KIU chapter, trying to discuss the role of the role of these parties in institutions, because many of them have established chapters on different universities all over the country to ensure that their principles and ideologies spread, or whatever spread and maybe brought to the alert of every student or to every youth outside there on these universities. Thank you for those who are still following us and trying to give in your ideas or whatever you think has to be done, or what you think the parties or these institutions, these parties are doing in these institutions. Maybe just to apologize, today we're supposed to have Amanya Moses, the guild president of MOBS, but we were unable to have him. But I promise that I'll be bringing him, and then we'll want to also look at the politics at MOBS for us to get to know more about that. Katanzi, we're still talking about the NRM at these institutions, but specifically on KIU, which we all know doesn't allow parties to, to congregate, or allow parties to gather themselves or do their groupings at the university. And luckily or surprisingly, the NRM does it. So I want to ask you, as a chairperson, what is the real benefit or the opportunities that this party of yours presents to the students out there who belong to these chapters all over the universities in the country?
Oh, thank you, my brother. First and foremost, NRM as a party is a parent of everyone. NRM thinks about a child after he's born, when they are still a baby, and in their growth, up to university, after university, at all those stages. Now, when we are at university, first of all, the party supports us. The party supports us. Some of the university students are being supported by, academically supported by, financially supported by the party. But even after you have served and you have really exhibited that you were real support of the party, and you know what the party stands for and what it advocates for, the party recruits you without no doubt. The party recruits you. We have had university students being given different employment by government and in other sectors, but also it equips us with knowledge of how knowledge about how a person can survive in their country, and what else must it do.
So are you trying to say that for any student out there to benefit from the party or the government, because someone said the government, and I wanted us to differentiate the government from the party itself, so are you trying to say that for one to get such opportunity, then they must belong to the chapter?
At some point, the government and the party is they are inseparable. Why?
Yeah.
This is the ruling party.
It's the ruling party, but somebody will say when we are paying taxes are paid indiscriminately, like you pay, I'm FDC, I'm NUP.
But employing me, for example, I also pay tax. That's not discrimination then. I'm also being given an opportunity.
Yes, somebody will say I pay taxes, but I don't belong to the NRM, so.
No. But first, I'm also a citizen like you. So if I'm given an opportunity to serve my country, then that means I've been appreciated of being a serious citizen, and my seriousness in this case will mean supporting the party in power, and the party that the party that stands for the better future of Uganda.
Okay. Of recent, we have seen now a mix-up, a mix-up of things, especially from the time it first started as the MK movement,
sure.
And now it's the PLU, the Patriotic League of Uganda, we've seen a mix-up of the PLU and then the NRM. And I want to know what is the stand of some of these chapters at the universities, because we are seeing PLU seems to be embodied in the NRM, and we don't know which one is taking over the other and which is which.
You see, me, one thing I want to tell people out there, they should adopt a scientific look at some of these things. These are different things. This is PLU, it has its own values. This is NRM. Maybe because the chairman this side is a son of the national chairman here. That's where these people bring in that confusion. But they are all, this one is the son, the other one is the father. There's a clear difference. What am I trying to say? I can support the other side because I've believed in what they are saying, but I can also be in my party. It cannot stop me from supporting my party. So I don't think they are similar or they are one and the same. I just see them as different forums, and moreover, this one is not a political party. This one is a political party. This one is just an organization of patriots, where I think I'm subscribing because I'm a patriot. Well, yes.
So are you calling upon now everybody out there who calls themselves a patriot to also join it? To
join PLU, right, straight away.
It's non-discriminative.
Absolutely, I've seen that.
So they can subscribe to it and not subscribe to the party.
I've even seen members from the NUP joining.
So they subscribe to NUP as a party, and then PLU has a patriotic creed.
Yes.
Is it really sensible?
Why not? This is a party, this one is not a party. It's just an organization.
Isn't it mere confusion that they're trying to bring to enable the other and also get support based on the strength of the party?
Which one and which support?
Hey, PLU getting, standing now because PLU is like, you say, it's like a son, and this NRM is like now the father. So this. No,
I was trying to say. So it's the NRM and PLU, they are not the same. Only that people might be getting a confusion from the fact that the national chairman here and the NRM is the father of the chairman of the PLU. This is just a relationship or something sort of that. But they are totally different. Just like PLU is different from NUP. And we have seen NUP members being recruited in PLU, as well as NRM members. They're also in the PLU. And also NRM members being recruited in NUP. Yeah, because they are patriots and sure. But you see, for us as the party, anything that deals with patriotism, it is our darling. We love our country. What symbolizes that? The party has transformed this country from very, very, very far. Some of these changes we have witnessed, we as young people. Schools, roads, infrastructure, life care, and all that. So when PLU says we are standing for, we believe in patriotism, that's an obvious case. So we supported them.
So I don't know how you take it, but then you said one of the principles of NRM is patriotism.
Sure.
It means patriotism is already embodied in the party, NRM itself.
Yes.
So does it need a specific grouping to come out and say, for us, we are patriots and we are the Patriotic League of Uganda, and then you say now NRM as a party, because it's giving an image that maybe the party has failed to come up with clear strategies on how to recruit patriots in the party, and now they have employed PLU to come out and then do it on their behalf.
No, that's not
so
how
it is. PLU is just a one grouping of one of the principles of the NRM party.
That's not what it looks like. It is what you think, my brother.
Not what I think, but what is there, what is seen.
Because PLU, it's not a political party.
Yes.
In other
but
words,
from the look of things, in quotes, it's a what?
No,
it's not a political party, yes, but from the look of things,
it's just a forum of people that believe in patriotism, people that love their country.
So that's why I was saying that PLU must be a small grouping that holds just one of the principles of NRM as a
I will
party.
help you. We host one member of the PLU here. Yes, you let me talk about NRM, then someone else.
Yeah, I was asking you because, of course, we've seen this. Many people, especially the youths who belong to the PLU, also they will tell you, I belong to NRM, but I'm also part of the PLU. And to me, these two sometimes seem to be two different identities. I mean, two different entities, but at some point, again, they seem to be one, and one seems to be swallowing up the other. So we really want it to be clear, people to know, if I belong here, I belong here. I belong here, I don't know the other side, because somebody, we all know that General Munghesi once said and made it clear he wants to contest for presidency. And we also have the dad or the father, we have the president also saying, I'm still coming back. And we have seen the Tovaku main grouping, Mzee Tovaku main. It means the two cannot come for the same. If they come for the same thing, it means there are two different entities, two different groupings. That's why I wanted it to be clear. Where do you people fall?
No, you see me, I can't be clear on things that are very clear. If General MK wanted to contest, he very well knows what to do. And personally, I would support him for as long as Mzee says, I'm not coming. But for as long as Mzee still says, I'm still on the main, me, I'm just behind him.
So your legs are like this?
They are not like this. And they can't be like this. I said I'm with Mzee. When Mzee deviates, I will proceed with a convincing candidate.
That is political prostitution.
Not at all. Apparently, I'm supporting Mzee. When Mzee steps down or retires, I will support any convincing candidate.
Even if they don't come from NRM?
Absolutely.
Okay.
But as far as NRM is concerned, we have very, very many competent young people.
That have been groomed?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, they are preparing us. I'm one of them.
I can see. I can see. So I want you to tell us, do you feel these chapters have done enough to convince the students on these institutions where they have these NRM chapters to join them, or there is something still lacking?
Sure, our chapters, and their leadership has done their best. I want to say, we have an association of chapter leaders, and we are always brainstorming these things and these issues. Of course, so like any other political grouping, we have shortcomings here and there. We don't work alone. We don't operate in isolation. We have our directorate from the Secretariat,
okay,
and the State House. And these people they have somehow helped us, but also somehow let us down. But regarding mobilization, this one we have perfected it. I want to say. Here at KIU, we have had several ideological clinics. Yeah, and sure the students they show up and
they're taking the ideas.
Yes, and they're eager to hear from us. And they are convinced. We are very soon having elections, which are sending us away and ushering in different governments.
That is at the KI chapter?
Yes.
Okay.
At chapter levels, all over universities. Michael had theirs, MUMS, and we are having ours very soon, not later than next week. But students are showing up. They want to come and take up leadership, and I want to urge them to do it with wanting. Not even by coincidence that maybe because of some other factors, but they should know that NRM is their home. not their home that they sleep there, but their home ideologically, and it holds their future. So it is a very, very good decision for one to take up leadership on a party, on a university level. They advocate. We shall also support, even when we are out, we shall support them and give them advice. And so I want to send a clarion call to all lovers of NRM in our university KIU to come and take up leadership. We welcome them, and the party is there for them.
So can you try to compare the rate at which your chapter, okay, not just your chapter, but the rate at which the NRM institution is recruiting compared to the other parties?
Our specific chapter.
It may not specifically be your chapter, because your chapter,
national level.
I should say maybe on the national level comparing other institutions, because you can't say your chapter because your chapter, it's well known that is on the NRM. There is no another party that has a chapter at KIU.
No, but my brother, this should be clear from today. We are not, as I told you, we are not legally incorporated in the university.
Yes, true.
Okay?
True.
And I think that's why you are saying the chapter does not, the university does not accept the existence of chapters.
I'm not saying it does not accept, but
it does, because the policies of the university are clear. But for us as students, we have also done our efforts to ensure that whoever shows up, they have tried so many times, even during my time. Whoever shows up, we engage them. And it's from where that we start mobilizing. We start from these people that do not believe in us, to convince them and show them that surely this is the right way. These others, we come last. But first, we check on you people that do not believe us.
Which people?
The people that do not believe in us. They have tried.
I thought you were pointing at me.
No. Just using as an example.
Okay.
NUP people have showed up there, but we recruited them. We convinced them and recruited them. They are now our staunch people in the chapter.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. That is so good. Maybe I want to, as we wrap up, you say something about your chapter, and when are you holding the elections? When is your whatever ending, your regime ending? When you're expecting to have elections and then hand over? Okay.
Thank you, my brother. First and foremost, before that, I want to thank my colleagues, chapter leaders, for the unity and the bondage that we have had since we assumed office, and that has helped us to demand for our entitlements from responsible people. For example, we are very soon having a training, a cadreship training in Chankwanzi, and these are very good opportunities for these young people. But also to thank our stakeholders from the Secretariat for their small support that they have rendered. Our chapter is having elections. Our roadmap is out today. It's getting out today, and we think by early next week we are having elections, and those elections will usher in a different government, and we are expecting to have a very massive and good handover ceremony in August, early August or mid August. So I want to take the opportunity to call all students, to invite them to come and take on the mantle. They read the chapter.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. I just have one last short question that requires a short answer.
Okay.
You're a chairperson, KI chapter, NRM.
Sure.
We wake up tomorrow morning to the news that Katanzi Benard has been appointed in some position in the NUP party. Do you see such a thing happening?
I don't think I can merely they can appoint me before mobilizing me.
Because they have ideologies that you're also aware.
Yeah, I'm not, if I am aware, I'm aware of some of them. But you see, the NUP is. I'm sorry. I'm going to explain this. The NUP is just dreaming.
Dreaming. Is it about to dream?
It's not. It's not. It's an English word. They are just dreaming. They think of what they can do. They are trying to persuade you in dreams that, see, this is now what we want to do. This is what we want to do. These are just dreams.
I thought everything begins with a dream. A dream is a thought.
But yes, it's a thought.
And everything begins with a thought.
No, not. You see, for us, we are proactive. We take actions. We don't normally use words.
Take actions.
We take actions. If we say this, if we say we are going in for an election, we give an opportunity, we go in. If it is rigid, we say we are going in bush, we are going in bush. If we are saying we are coming to lead and this is what we are going to do, we do it. Yes.
Whether you have the requirements or not.
Absolutely, we improvise. Use the available resources, and that's how NRM has managed to transform our Uganda, even East Africa.
Okay, Katanzi has talked of improvising, and I've seen the word improvising in a certain way that I don't want to ask him right now because it could drive us into another deeper discussion. Otherwise, thanks for being with us. Thanks for keeping it at MGD TV. Thanks for keeping it at the PowerPoint show. It has been me, Jacob Junior Munghesi, and Katanzi Benard reaching out to you today on your screens, and I hope you've enjoyed the show. I hope you've gotten something, especially for those maybe who would wish to join the NRM party, and for those maybe who have been there but have realized there is something not connecting, can of course deviate.
But you can give them this good song. One man has to love, one man has to love Uganda, one man has to love.
So those are the songs you teach people there.
Sure.
Oh my
Two
God.
men has to love, like that. We love Uganda, yeah, and we love you all. We are not segregative. We don't look at colors. We look at Uganda in you.
And of course, I also love everyone. PowerPoint loves everybody. MGD TV loves everybody, and that's why we are here for everybody. I hope for us to mean more than that. All right, otherwise I've been Jacob Junior Munghesi on the PowerPoint show on MGD TV. I hope we meet next time. As I said earlier on, I'll be bringing Amanya Moses.
Yes.
I'll be bringing him here, and then we'll also talk about the mobs politics, and also try to compare it with other institutions, with other universities, because we are here to awaken every student out there at whichever university you are, such that when it is time to rise up, when it is time to take action, when it is time to think for yourself, you already have the information. Till next time, we meet.